Today's discussion is another chapter in the book, but I'm just going off of what my reflection of the book was today. But I did take notes so I could be more structured. I don't really want to take those deep pauses, even though pauses are healthy, you know. First thing I wrote down was all that man achieves and all that he fails to achieve is the direct result of his own thoughts. And I said, dang, you know? Because, like, even if you lose, hypothetically, you really didn't lose if you look at that from a different perspective of how you tackle that junk next time. Michael Jordan got a famous saying that I didn't lose the game, I just ran out of time. So that's a perfect example of that exact statement. We gotta really be careful with what we doing in our mind and how we tackling our day-to-day tasks, y'all. I'm trying to get used to holding the camera up while talking, but I get nervous still a little bit. But I am a content creator. As a man thinketh, so is he. I am that. And I make money off of content. So I can't have no shame in my game about that. I think school letting out. So that's a lot of, I hope I ain't giving away my address. But yeah, the next thing I wrote is a man's strength and weakness, purity and impurity are his own, not another man's. That just means that whatever you experience within your life is kind of compounding off the last video. Whatever a man experienced in his life is his own experience and perspective. We got road rage right here. Yeah. So our experiences definitely sum up how we view things in our world. And that's why it was this little game we used to play in elementary remind me of. They'll tell you to whisper something to the person next to you, and that same person will have to whisper the next thing to about 20 people, or not to 20 people. Dog, but yeah, they gotta whisper that junk to each other, and it's gonna go around the room through 20 people, and by the time it get back to the first person, it's not gonna be the same message. And I really don't understand how that part worked, but I think that's a good example. Like, yeah, people don't really be knowing what's going on with this junk, but yeah, you know, we all view the world different, and that's why we get the outcomes that we get. I think the sun's good this way. A man's happiness and suffering are evolved from within. As he thinks, so is he. And that's why I just said I'm a content creator. So I gotta hold the camera up. I'm a content creator. So I gotta move like one, man. I gotta get out of this bubble of this low-key little insecurity that I got of just being seen a certain way. And this is the only time I get this, because it's something I'm passionate about. There's not too many other things that I do care about, you know, too heavily. So for this to be my love, it's a little pressure on it in a way. Y'all see the students getting lit out. It's a little bit of pressure on this junk because I love it, you know, and I want to protect it and hold it a certain way, but I'm gonna break out of that. It's crazy. I used to walk through these same streets and shovel snow, everything, rake leaves, whatever. Next thing I wrote down, as a strong man cannot help a weaker man unless the weaker man is willing to be helped. Even then, the weaker man must become strong of himself. Even if he got to receive like inspiration, motivation, admiration from these other people, you gotta do whatever you gotta do, but it always gotta come from here, because can't nobody do the work for you. And that make me actually think about school. Honestly, being in school, in barber school, they'll tell you, I can't help you with the haircut, but I can't help you with the exam. That's what my teacher used to say a lot of, and that's real. But the exam is life in this instant. Like, yeah, you can get help along the way, but to even do well with that help, you gotta want to receive it, or else when that help not there, you're not gonna do nothing to push forward. And honestly, that's making me take a step back from certain things that I do. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I want to help people a lot, and sometimes I want to give them that nudge to push forward. But I believe my actions would be the best thing to motivate people to push toward those things going forward. I can't really try to pressure people into changing out of things that they may not be ready for. The book came up with this fire analogy, and I had to write it down. It said, many men are slaves because one is an oppressor. Let's hate the oppressor. That's wrong. It said, one man is an oppressor because many are slaves, and that's wrong. How you doing today? Doing all right? All right. The book went on to say, an oppressor and a slave go hand in hand because their mentality is everything. One relies on the other. So the way to get out of this is with this quote that the book gave me right after that. It said, he who has conquered weakness and has put away all selfish thoughts belongs neither to an oppressor nor the oppressed. He is free. Because you're not within that cycle that we've been conditioned to be in, man. That junk is deep. And it's deep to get out of, too. That junk be crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build up some endurance because my shoulder kind of tired doing this junk. But they say before a man can lift his thoughts, he gotta remove those animalistic instincts of indulgence or whatever that has a hold on him. And that's real. Like, whether it's drugs, sex, or money, or anything else, whatever got a hold on us is gonna be the exact same thing that hold us back. And that got a hold on us for a reason, because we love it. So imagine if we able to remove the uncontrollability we got with it and actually just maintain and control that. With that being said, if you can control that, I think it could push you towards whatever goal or dream you got in your head. Because I'm pretty sure your goal or dream is tied to whatever got that much of a hold on you. You know what I'm saying? So strengthen your mind, strengthen your body. Don't give in to that stuff. Do not give in, man. This is some beautiful freaking fresh air. It is cold out here, though. Man. It's cold out here, and I'm cold. I'm fresh than the mug. Boy, I tell you. The final thing I took from this chapter in the book, and I want to reflect on this a little bit longer, it said everything doesn't have to change overnight, but a portion has to be adjusted in order to see change within your life. So whether I ain't even about to give the craziest. Matter of fact, if you doing coke, if you bumping 3 lines a day, move that down to 1 line, you're gonna see a change. Cause first off, your tolerance is so high that you still gonna be in control of yourself instead of passing out or getting that super rush or whatever y'all do when y'all get that. Y'all is crazy, but people that does that. Cause I hope, or shoot, if I can help some people that's doing that, then so be it. But yeah, it's about moderation. That's really the name of the game with that junk. Y'all hear people say that junk all the time. Moderation is the key, because whatever you indulging in, we all got vices. If you go about it the wrong way and you're able to maintain and it push you, motivate you to get through the week, if you say, you know what, I'm gonna do this junk on Friday, every Friday, or I'm gonna drink every Friday, but I'm gonna work the rest of the week. I mean, if that worked for you, that worked for you. But if you out here drinking every day and you can't function, you sleep, can't make it to work on time, then it need to be a cap on that. If you talking to so many girls that you can't get no work done, if you doing all this, it need to be a cap on it. Maybe you need to limit how many girls you talk to, or at least limit the amount of time that you're available. Like, you need to set a cap on some non-negotiable times. And that's what I'm about to start doing. Like, yeah, I can't talk before 10 o'clock. Or yeah, I can't talk after 12, you know what I'm saying? After 11. Because I got to have that alone time with myself so that I'm able to reflect and grow and move past the things that I was doing. You know, so with that being said, figure out what's holding you back in your life and get to it, man.